What were some of your thoughts on really just debt collection from when you're young and you're just like allocating or I'm just taking on this debt and I'll pay for it later. Like, what do you think about some of those things?
It scares me. I think debt can play a role, and it's best used when it helps you get something that will then help you get ahead. So, when I was really young, I didn't have any money. I needed a job. I needed a car. So I got a really, one of those old junker cars. But
what do they call them, a hoopty? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
a beater
this
car?
was a Malibu Classic. Yeah,
Nice.
it was classic.
What were some of did it have like, you have to like hit the dash to get it to start or anything kind of like weird?
Functional. It didn't look pretty, but it was good. Okay. And it served its purpose for a couple years.
Sure. My mom had one. It was an Oldsmobile and we called it the Beast. And it had like plush purple interior.
Ooh.
And one of those auto from the 80s. It was, So anyway.
Well, and mine was definitely, probably considered an old man's car, but it was all about reliability. And I lived in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. So really cold. I needed it to be able to start on a cold winter day, and I needed it to get me from point A to point B. I didn't care what it looked like. I just needed to be able to get there. So had a little debt to get me there, but that was also going to allow me to get to some community college classes and to get to a job so I could pay that off and my student loan. And then it's, that debt should have a purpose, but it should also have a plan. So I just spoke with a young woman who she was a bit in a panic. She just is graduating from college. She has a job and lined up, and she's working on her career and wants to make sure she does that well. But then she's also confessed she had about $10,000 in credit card debt. Mm-hmm. And
not uncommon though at that age, especially.
It's not. And there were people around her in her life and in her family who were like, oh, well, that's just part of life. Just that you're going to always have debt. And I'm like, no, I think you can help teach your family that doesn't have to be that way. And so one of the strategies she's going to use is, yes, she's got her day job and she's going to kill it during her career, but then she's going to use part of her weekends to find something she enjoys or will help get her out and do other things, but that will also give her side income so that she can knock that out, so that she's not setting up her life so that she's always in debt. And one of the things I do a lot of volunteering too, and one of the things I'm working with some of the ladies on that I work with there is I want to get them to put money in one of those actually a money market account that's making about 5% now, because I want them to see what it's like to earn interest instead of pay it. Because once you really start seeing how you can earn interest instead of paying it, there's a light switch that goes off, and suddenly you're like, oh, boy, if I could take this money and instead of borrowing, I could actually save up and earn it, boy, things change. And then you look at your decisions and go, would I rather have a bunch more throw pillows or would I rather contribute more to my savings?
Sure. No, I love that.